mission, solving mysteries in the night. Chasing shadows, finding answers, shining bright light. No one's left behind, in the darkness all alone. With a heart like a siren, she brings the lost ones home. Silent cries in the dark no longer have to be. For justice wheels keep turning, granny on the beat. Broken voices find their power, call out hope again. When Granny's crime busters run, no victims left in pain. Bravery in her veins, true she won't disguise. With a fire in her eyes, she's got nothing to deny. Granny fights for justice, never backs down from the call. For the voiceless and the missing, she'll stand tall.
Hello, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing this wonderful day? Wow, you guys are just talking up a storm here. Hello, JDR. Yes, we heard about that yesterday, about pictures of Jack with the black eye. Yes. Hello, Ginger Girl, Chemistry Queen, Drippy Thoughtcicle. I love that. Joanne Marie, Chemistry. Let's see. Lori, hello, hello. Hey, Lori, could you email me, please? That'd be awesome. Let's see if we got anybody else going on here. So, I did have a comment. I'm just going to bring this up. So, guys, please make sure you're using IMO, or allegedly, in your conversations when you're giving your opinion in chat, okay? And that's wherever you're chatting, because I don't want any of you to ever be held liable for anything that is rightfully your own opinion, okay? But we did have a comment on our chat from last night. It was made today, and it was by allegedly one of Daniel's followers, and upset with Belinda for talking about this picture and saying it was probably illegal and it could be slanderous and on and on and on. Well, I deleted it because trying to threaten the channel as well. I'm not worried about that, honestly. But I do want to protect you guys always. So make sure you're always putting IMO. And here's the thing. It could be illegal for someone to show a picture like that that was turned into CPS. It could be. I don't know what the legalities are surrounding it. If it does come out, it's not going to be shown here. I just want to make you guys aware of that. I will not show it here. Not only that, I don't want to see Jack like that. Okay. If this is true that he was abused, I don't want to see him like that. It would be bad enough in itself, right? Just knowing it. We don't need to see it. But it would make sense as to why CPS was called in. Absolutely. Hello, Trees. Good to see you. Anna, hello, hello. Fran, hello. Good to see you. David and Catherine, hello. You do bring up a good point. It came from a reporter. here's what I will say. Sometimes in situations like these, people will slip and say something they shouldn't or show something they shouldn't. But it is easy for people to say that they've got it. You know, we don't know what the truth is. Even if it should come out, I gotta say, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to remember Jack like that. And if it was shown to Belinda, I think that's really sad because as Jack's grandmother, I'm sure that's the last thing she ever wanted to see. So I do believe Belinda, but this is her statement and only she can confirm or verify this information. It's absolutely true. We can't verify it, even if it comes out. Honestly, don't believe I will show it. Hello, Renee. Yes, evidently Belinda has seen the picture. Yeah, we don't know, right? We don't know. I heard this early on in the case, though. I did hear it. That Jack was being abused. So this isn't new news other than the fact that now there's allegedly a photo that was turned into CPS. So that in itself is new, but the news about Jack being abused by Daniel has been out there since almost the beginning. Hello, Paige. Welcome in. We're happy to have you. Yeah, I can't imagine if, can't imagine. Hello, Bobby. Imenti. Hello, Brenda Joe. Good to see you. So I'm kind of waiting to see. There is. I did get a picture today, guys. I don't know if you've seen this, but I'm going to share a picture with you right here. There you go. You wondered what Darren Durwood Bewitched looks like? That would be him. This is him being interviewed by CBC. Guys, I have a portion of his interview. They don't have the whole thing yet, as far as I'm aware. But this is Bewitched. I don't want to see how badly any person abused looked, especially not children. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Too triggering. I agree. They should not ever release that. That's against the law in many places. Hello, Crystal. Good to see you. And Paige says, I ran into Malaya yesterday at Walmart. Looks very sad, very alone. I just feel bad for the whole family. Yeah. Prayers for Jack and Lily. Absolutely. So, Paige, you live in Nova Scotia, then I take it. Yeah, he has quite the nose. and you know what? My dad had a nose that was big. Not bubbly like that though. but my dad's nose was really big, and so we always teased him about it. But he, no more than he joked about it himself, right? So, um, heavens, I like your reaction chemistry. Heavens to Betsy. And by the way, guys, his shirt does say nope, but I put the bewitched there. So I did alter the photo a little bit, but the shirt does say nope. But guys, I want you to listen to this little excerpt, and ah, it is true to life, Durwood. I mean, true to life, Durwood. No, Joanne, nobody would want to see that. Oh my gosh. And Elizabeth, hello, hello. Good to see you. You bring up a really good point, Drippy. In my opinion, that he did not deny abuse, but deflected to Cody and doesn't seem to register the kids never going missing while in Cody's care matters. Speaks volumes. I agree with you 100%, 1,000%, as Durwood would say. 1,000% I agree with you. He deflected right to Cody, never denied the abuse. You know, yeah, we don't even, as far as we know, there were no CPS reports with Cody. Hello, Sandra. You do live in, but you went to the Truro Walmart. Gotcha. Okay. Prayer Warrior, hello, welcome in. Pappy. Oh, I am glad he's kind of banned from here now because yeah, and then he went quiet when they brought up the photos. Yeah, yeah. Hello, SRB. Good to see you. We missed you. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that so very much. Yes, everybody, please hit the like button. It does help the channel. Thank you so much. So, are you ready, guys, to listen to Durwood? To listen to his great insight that he's going to give CBC? You let me share my screen and get right into that for you. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Lacks urgency. And she's not the only one.
What a bunch of arrogant, conceited, incompetent clowns.
What a bunch of arrogant, conceited, incompetent clowns we are. Right? Do you wonder why they didn't show much of his interview? Let's continue on.
Darren Geddes is an extended family member of the children's mother. He says the Mounties didn't take him seriously.
It's not hurt, it's rage, and I'm trying to control it.
Mackenzie believes Lily and Jack are still out there.
Deep down in my heart, I do believe Jack and Lily are alive.
When asked whether they're investigating if the children could still be alive, RCMP say they have not closed any doors. Allie Thompson, CBC News, Lance.
There you go. So, true to form, calling people names, right? He is something else. He is just something else, guys. You think Jack looks a little bit like Daniel? Yeah, I guess I could see it. I'd like to know what Cody looks like. Yeah, that's right, Prayer Warrior. He's trying to control it. That's why he's gone silent? Do you understand now why they haven't shown most of his interview? That knows no. Yeah, yeah. Yes, he is, Lori. He's an angry, aggressive man. No doubt about it. Just how he can condone the fact, if he really truly is, I still haven't seen any proof of that. If he really truly is relation to Malaya, how he can condone anything that Janie and Daniel are saying and doing. I don't get it. Oh gosh. I find that so funny because I thought the same thing. But I wasn't gonna bring it up. Good for you, Derpy. You were brave enough to say something that I couldn't even say. Oh, SRB, yes. That guy didn't set right. He didn't. He didn't. That's why he was in all the chats spouting off. He's lying. He's the talking piece for Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. she buys her bras from Temu. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I don't know if you guys have realized it, but so we watched. I can't stop laughing about Drippy's comment there. But as far as Janie's interview to the leaked tapes, which we haven't listened to all of them here at Granny's Crime Busters, we've only listened to 2 short clips. There's much more, and I thought we'd play a little bit of it and talk a little and play a little bit and talk a little, since it is triggering, right? I know it's triggering. Darren is blocked from a lot of chats now. He doesn't know how it works and is just complaining. No one is responding to him and calling Kent. Yeah. Yeah. I've not seen any proof either. If I didn't know any better, I would say he was half brother of Janie's. They're both very angry people. Yeah. Somebody asked in a chat if Janie and Darren were dating, if he was her boyfriend, and Daniel said no, they're not. But I mean, I don't. Do we believe Daniel? I don't know. Listen, my dear, gravity is not our best friend at a certain age. The droop and maybe loop. On my Facebook a while, there was an article about this, but now photo, I never mentioned it because I was not sure if it's true. Yeah, exactly. And we don't know, right? And Daniel too wants to talk to Kent. Yeah. And I just want to tell you guys, if you have something that you you want to talk to me about that has happened in another chat or something, please go ahead and email me. Ginger will put my link in the chat for us. Please go ahead and email me. You know that I don't like to talk about other channels, but we can find a way to bring up whatever you're interested in. Okay. Email me and we'll figure it out. Okay. Walla emailed me a bunch of pictures, kind of waiting for them to come in so that I can go over those pictures with you as well. That's what I was thinking too, Sandra. Sometimes people will share things, though illicitly, to get the information out there. And that's what I'm wondering didn't happen, right? Oh, what a miserable existence if they were. I mean, seriously. I bet you could stand outside that RV and listen to the two of them. Like, I mean, I bet I could. I'm hard of hearing. I bet I could stand outside that RV without my hearing aids in and still hear them arguing. Yeah, I don't think any of us do, honestly. He has lied too many times, right? He's just lied too many times. Gravity and waking up wondering who deflated your tatas. Do we know if Patty saw Jack and Lily? That would give a timeline. If Patty saw Jack and Lily? Patty didn't come until after they were gone. I don't know, Lori, honestly. Yeah, that was Wednesday afternoon. And so they had to have been alive because on Thursday afternoon they were seen in town. And the RCMP have confirmed that. So yes, they would have been alive. I agree with you, Trees. Don't want to see it either. Not today, honey. Hello, hello. Welcome. We're glad to have you. You knocked on the way in. Awesome. Was it Patty's that they did laundry at? Hello, Brian. Janie is 60. Gotcha. Right. Patty didn't want to leave. She really was worried. Poor thing. I believe they want him to keep talking, even though we all know he needs to shut up, but he doesn't know how. Daniel can't help himself. But the only time that he does shut up in a chat and go elsewhere is when things are getting too close for comfort, in my opinion. I guess Durwood thinks he should have been made lead investigator since he's so much smarter than the actual investigators. Yeah. Yep. Well, what he said in that interview was really close to what he called us in chat when he was in here last week. just like CBC didn't play all of his interview. Daniel said something about there was 5 hours of interview footage between Durwood and his mom. And Valerie, you think Jack looks like Cody, but we don't have a picture of Cody, do we? Or do you know Cody? Hello, Grandma Belle. Welcome in. Hi, Ariel. I wouldn't doubt if he isn't. If not for the very least of obstruction of justice, in my opinion. Jack is cute and Daniel is definitely not. I agree with you. Hello, Bonnie. Daniel jumps around chat rooms like a Pokemon. Yeah, I agree with you. I can see Lily telling who hurt Jack to her school teachers. I could too. I could too. He was sticking around when one YouTuber was blasting him good and responding. He might be attracted to the drama of it, maybe a lot of drama on that property. You know who that reminds me of is Chris Proudfoot. You know, Chris loved the attention, and he would even tell creators, well, you know, ever since I came in here, your viewers went up by 1,000 people since I came in. You know, what a narcissist. Who do they say gave baby Jack black eyes? Daniel. That's who they think did. And that's alleged, guys. So I'm not saying he did or didn't. I don't know. Durwood is like an annoying ad, but as they say about ads, you play it enough times and people will believe it. Yeah. Well, here we don't believe him. We haven't from the very beginning. You have seen a picture of Cody? Okay. So Cody was cuter than Daniel is? Better looking, should I say? Hello, M. Good to see you. Durwood is dating Logan's grandma. Okay. Gotcha. You saw one blurring up. Oh, you know what? I think I remember that. Did he have on sunglasses or something? Hello, Danielle. You think Jack looks like Cody as well? Cody was on here one day on my channel in chat. Really? Interesting. Team order is late, apparently. Yeah. Or maybe she's not buying, maybe she needs to buy some undergarments there. Was that Daniel's new girlfriend in the front of the property when his mother was with CBC? I don't know. I know. And for those of you who don't know who Edgar is, it's just kind of a funny name for Chris Proudfoot, like we call Darren Bewitched. Drippy. I'm not even going to put that one up there. I understand why she came out with it. And if it's true, it is heartbreaking. I don't know if I would have had the guts to go to a grandma with that information. I don't know. Because of the pain involved. And you think Cody and Daniel look alike, okay? Hello, Melissa. Good to see you. Cody is better looking. So when Malaya went with Daniel, it was a downgrade. He's on an excavator. Okay. Whoever she is, she can keep him. She can keep him. I heard a reporter showed her the pictures. Yeah. Most days I do that, but only when I know no one else is going to be around. Yes, I've heard that Daniel's new girlfriend is from a different area. Yeah, it's a doable distance, but it is a little ways away. I have to say I love Temu, but I only buy from local warehouses. Gotcha. Granny, I thought there was 2 dogs, but the one she let out had the same face as the wee terrier at the window. Yeah. Um, you're entitled to your opinion, I don't feel he's telling the truth. Well, I believe he's telling a narrative that was given to him, and he believes it's true, in my opinion. And he's angry because he can't make people see that, including our CMP. That's what I believe. Lady for Justice, thank you so much. Sebastian went to his grandma because of trust, in my opinion. Gotcha. And I want to thank you.
Granny wants to thank you all for kindness in the chat. Super stickers, bright and grand, gifts of love we understand.
Memberships you gifted here spread the joy and banish fear. Every super thanks you send warms her heart and ends the end.
Granny cheers with love so true for each special thing you do. Thank you from her heart. You all play a major part.
Thank you, lady. I appreciate you so much. So let's go back to that. Thank you. Not today, honey. We just take care of those people right away. I don't need that kind of garbage here. I would do the same if they were doing it to you guys. So sorry, late. And one creator said tonight, M only got car end of April. Yes, I heard that too, that she had just got that car in the end of April. Honestly, if DB is involved, I'm really surprised she was able to get a car. You know what I'm saying? Typically, they control your finances as well. So I was raised by my grandmother and I trusted her explicitly, even when yes, I know. I feel the same way. Knowing what Sebastian was going through in his own home, his grandma was probably the only one he could trust to tell anything to. I think that, but I also think the school was his safe place. I think he was able to tell the school, that was a safe place for him. And they tried, right? They reported things to CPS. It's hard to believe any decent lady would have anything to do with him right now. Bobby, sometimes things aren't as they seem. That's all I'll say about that. I know a little bit more behind the scenes, but I can't say. But just sometimes things aren't as they may seem. Oh, yes, exactly, prayer warrior. Exactly. Doesn't mean it's truth. It just means he thinks it is. I just watched a YouTube release that Darren is going to be arrested. Here's the thing. I don't know that. I mean, would that surprise me? Absolutely not, because I think for obstruction of justice, he definitely is guilty of in a big way, right? He has inserted himself into this investigation in a huge, huge way, right? And I think that he is obstructing justice. So, but I don't think any YouTube creator is going to know about him potentially being arrested, in my opinion. Would I be surprised? Absolutely not. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, there are a lot of similarities between this and many missing children's cases. There really are. It's so odd how you've got a stepfather in this case and in Sebastian's case that wants to be the center of attention. Just saying. In my opinion, who both are liable for something, right? Not sure what. I have my suspicions, but I don't know, right? We can't know until the facts come out from RCMP. But yeah, both. Let's just say this: Chris and Daniel both have guilty knowledge in a big way, in my opinion. Hello, Missy. Good to see you. Hello, Jess. Good to see you. Yeah, her getting a car could be why she told Melinda they were coming to visit her soon. Maybe she was getting fed up of being controlled, having her children abused, you know. And get her to drive him to hunt for rugs. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I think so, Drippy. Malay was planning on leaving Daniel, and that was a catalyst for a lot that went on. Did I do a show with Mike DeMann analyzing Janie's interview yet? No, I don't think so. We listened to Mr. Yummy yesterday, though. Mr. Yummy is Deception Detective, dubbed Mr. Yummy by Chad here. Someone leaked more chats with Daniel and Alana's group. Yeah. Yep. He just can't be quiet. He can't be. Oh. We don't let the drama in here. We do share our own thoughts and our own opinions, but we respect each other, and drama stays out. We just don't allow it here. And some days there's hope, and then today when I heard Belinda had seen photos, yeah, it makes it really hard. And you know, I know not everyone believes Belinda, right? I get that. Um, but I rely heavily on what Mike Demand and Deception Detective say. They're professionals, they're statement analysts, and um, both of them felt that she was being truthful, that she's a real honest to goodness granny, right? And yeah, could they be wrong? Yeah, they could be. But my gut also goes along with what they're saying. So I I feel that she's being truthful. If she gives me something to prove differently, then I'll think differently of her. But as of right now, I honestly believe that she loves those babies. She wants justice for those 2 little ones. Good point, Missy. I noticed something weird when Daniel and Malaya went outside yelling the kids' names. Why would they not have ran to the RV right away asking if the kids were there, or did you see the kids' mom? Yeah. Yeah, it was all set up, in my opinion. That was I don't think any of it happened, honestly. I really don't. He was on Facebook just a couple hours ago, so he's gone to Facebook now and away from YouTube, huh? Because I haven't seen him on YouTube at all. Yeah, yeah, exactly. All the outbuildings. And what about this one? Let me see if I can find it here. I've got it. Um, this one. What the heck is that? I noticed that nothing was said about that in the interview. And by the way, this is one of Walla's pictures. Um, what and whose is this? Looks difficult to get to given the rope and ladder combo. Just nothing about this. Plus the exact same tree cutting to cover the top is used in the kids fort, right? Same thing. And looks like a duct tape door. I mean, was this a little fort that the kids made too? I don't know. But what's up with that, right? What's in there? Nobody else has talked about it? Oh, man. And you know what I have to say about that, Missy, is that we may laugh, we may joke. We have found here that sometimes it's just it helps to laugh and joke around a bit because it's such a dark topic that we're talking about. We're talking about 2 little kids and what could have happened to them, right? But we're not, and that's the difference. You know, people may think that we're awful for laughing and joking around, but we do not do the drama. We don't do the swearing and the drama and all the other garbage. But it amazes me how many people love the drama. So, yeah, we dig in and we try to figure out some of this stuff, because we want to know what really happened, you know. He doesn't have the ability to shut up. Why call anyone by their name when we can have fun making up names for them, right? Hello, Wendy. Loose lips sink ships. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, why do we need to add any more drama than what's already in the case, right? Because there's enough drama there, How I clicked was Bewitched said he was secretly trying to get info from Malaya's family, but he's on social media telling everybody. Yeah. Yeah. I just do not understand how he could be related to Malaya and talk the way he talks. Yeah, some people blame her for everything. I'm not so willing to do that, guys. I don't know enough, right? I question some things. I think she has some guilty knowledge. But we've only seen one interview by her. I don't think that we can really make a good determination of anything with only that one interview. And I think that that interview was scripted and maybe not by her. So I'm not willing to say she was, like Bewitched is trying to say that she was the instigator of everything, that she took the kids out and away and whatever. If that were the case, then why didn't she leave with the kids in the car? Doesn't make any sense. Just please don't name other channels in here. Daniel is very patterned in his behavior with the lying and not being able to shut up. Doesn't bode well for his mental state and possible personality disorders. Yeah, it doesn't. The more that he keeps talking, which we know our CMP probably wants him to keep talking, the worse it gets for him. Whoops, Missy. Well, she was on mainstream media. She did go on mainstream media. Did you miss that, Anne Elizabeth? There was one. Yeah, they didn't even think to check the rest of the house. They automatically bolted outside. Yeah, well, I don't think they did anything except whatever happened with the kids, and then called 911, and then it was all a show from there. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. Oh, where's all the muddy boot prints if they were on the swings also? Let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. These are the swings, the ropes for the swings. They're brand new. Not only that, look at the wood. There's no sign of use there. The rope is straight from the dollar store, right? Not a trace of wear on the rope at all. So I think they put that up very quickly. Changed the rope. I don't know what happened, but the wood's not indented. Telling you guys, something's fishy here. Something's real fishy here. As an officer of the court, I'm appalled because the plea deal doesn't come close to justice. I know. Yeah, I know. And I heard that Stephen Stearns is looking at a plea deal tomorrow or something. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Did you all see his girlfriend at the interview? No. Daniel's girlfriend? I didn't even see Daniel. That's up behind, like by the RV. Looks like a chicken coop. I don't know. Yeah, it was working. The front door was working. I saw that. Hello, Tay Ray. Drippy. Don't knock duct tape. Duct tape. I got a bunch in case an apocalypse hits. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, maybe. Makeshift cabin. Wow. I can't fathom being around Janie and Daniel. Yeah. Aw. Thank you, prayer warrior. Thank you. Not today, honey. I agree. A 4-year-old and a 6-year-old couldn't build a structure like that. Did they? I wondered if they built it for him, but knowing that there's maybe probably allegedly drugs involved, then maybe that's what that was for. I don't know. You're learning to control certain triggers and emotions. I'm kind of new to true crime, so I will get better at it in time, but I will laugh daily. Yes. We do it almost every, I mean, some days we're more serious than others, but we do it almost every every show. And there are people that think we're laughing, making fun of the crime or whatever and of people, but that's not our intention at all. I mean, will I make fun of Durwood or somebody like that? Yeah. But I mean, it's nothing worse than what he has done to us. It is too bad Belinda couldn't get the kids, right? Yeah. I do agree. That here's what I would say. If Malaya is in on whatever happened to the children, I don't understand why she didn't give them to Belinda, knowing that Belinda loves those kids, because I'm sure she would have taken them. Exactly, Bobby. We're trying to put a puzzle together that a bunch of pieces are missing. Exactly. Exactly. Maybe Janie sends Daniel there when he has been a bad boy. And you don't think it was scripted. Um, well, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I would say this. Daniel gave the exact same script but flipped it. And so I thought it was scripted when she first said it, but when he said it almost word for word, what she said, but flipped it to be him instead of her, that's when I knew for sure it was a script. I have thought about doing that over and over again, and I keep forgetting. So, email me to remind me, okay? I hear you. I hear you. Because when all is said and done, when I sit by myself and I think of Jack and Lily, my heart breaks. Um, you know, there are some people that believe that they are still on this earth, but I just have a hard time believing that. And this is the first case that I've said that about. Normally, I can believe I like Sebastian's case. I'm right there with Seth. I am 100% standing with him, believing that his son is going to come home alive and be with him. You know, so, but this case, I just don't have it in me. I just, my gut says that they're not. I hope that I'm wrong, though. Very true, Missy. You add some fun to everything, everyone's situations, and you'll be a happier person and fun to be around. Exactly. Exactly. No worries, Jess. Not a problem. It's rough. My brain is rattled. I don't think it'll be too long now. I think somebody's going to break very soon in this case. I really do. I'm right there with you, Lori. I can't understand if he's related to Malaya, why or what reasons he's doing this and taking Daniel's side. It's got to be a lot more to this. He's heavily involved with them. Yeah, he definitely is. Um, he's heavily involved with them. Hi, BBB. Yeah. Um, something needs to happen for sure. I don't think that they'll ever. I don't. I don't. In my opinion, those babies were dumped in the ocean. That's what I think. I hope that I am so wrong. Yeah, the mask slips when Malaya's ex is mentioned. It sure does, doesn't it? Um, kind of gives us a little insight into what Malaya was telling Belinda about Daniel not wanting her to bring the kids over there for a visit and not wanting her to give out the address. Makes a little more sense now, doesn't it? Is it an outhouse? That's kind of an odd place for an outhouse. Would you really wanna no, 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 no. Would you really wanna climb a ladder like that? See, if you had to go, that'd be really awful. I agree. Her CBC interview was a tearjerker. I agree. I've been doing some investigating. Yes, with the help of you guys. Seriously, I'm telling you guys, when you hear or you know something, I you know, the pictures that I have been showing you today are from Walla. Um, who's not here? I'm really surprised, but they're from Walla. So yes, I um I love it when you guys send me information and what your thoughts are. I may not always agree, right? But we can agree to disagree, be respectful and all that. And everybody has a right to their own opinion. Hi, Michelle. I called RCMP on him for talking about being 1000% alive and that he knew they were handed off. The RCMP said anyone talking they wanted to know. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, yeah, and obviously well, at least he feels that they aren't listening to him. I wonder why. Hello, the Jersey lady. Daniel said in one interview that he checked every room in the trailer before he went outside. Gotcha. Yeah, there's no rubs, nothing on the swing. Nothing there. In my opinion, they were all up all night, running around hiding and scheming stuff. That's why everybody was in bed. What will it take to get one of them to crack or confess? I don't know. I wonder if Cody came out to blame Daniel, if that would make Daniel crack. I don't know. That would be interesting though, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of figured out yesterday that Janie is the one doing all this work around there. um, so yeah, I don't get all the duct tape either. To me, it doesn't look safe, but obviously these weren't used. So, you know, they're brand new. Yeah, all credit goes to Walla. Let's see what else Walla showed me here. Oh, the dog. This dog, missing hair and rough shape. I know it's kind of blurry, but kind of weird, right? This is another picture of the swings. Brand new rope, duct tape is still not even touched where broken off. Oh, that's true. When you break off the duct tape, it's not even, it hasn't been touched. These weren't used once and weren't intended for use. Good point. Straight from the dollar store, not even made it look like they played with it, just thrown there with the little tool still in it, not a trace of dirt on it. That's a good point. Look at these things that are in the bucket. Look at how clean they are. And they're all still kind of stuck together. Why? Is that a camera on the shed? Brand new lights. I'm not sure if I agree what Walla is saying here, but this looks like definitely a brand new light. But he also says looks like a bullet hole on top of the 2x4 or some sort of impact. I wouldn't go so far as a bullet hole though. The next one that he showed, I'm not sure. So he feels that there is a reflection in there of a man possibly with a red shirt and a hat on. I'm not real good at seeing this stuff, guys, so I don't know if you can. So let's see what you guys are thinking. Daniel was arrogant beyond belief in his comments. There you are, Walla. Hello. We've been looking at your pictures. Yes, when she talks about the pool, she shows where you see Darren walk away. Look further down the driveway. Daniel and girlfriend are there. Gotcha. I think Janie was working. I don't think Daniel and Justin do anything, honestly. I'm wondering, since Janie only heard the kids, if Malaya was listening to a voice memo or watching a video from whoever has them. I mean, those things are possibilities. Eliza, hello. Yes, I agree with you. It's difficult to see that they didn't clean up their junk until this, junkyard, until this very tragic situation took place with these. I agree. Red flag from is the pipe on the RV. She says it's for a wood stove. No way. Not dirty around the pipe. There would be evidence of it inside of RV. Ventilation for cooking. There was another picture from before. Let me see if I can find it. This one, where it shows it coming out and then going up. So you see the pipe going up, guys? And this was right after the kids went missing. That pipe was there. Oh, sorry. I should have let me get off of that picture. All right, so it's right here. You see that? All right, okay. Did you see it? Right there. Comes out, but then goes up. Yeah, I think it's unlikely there was a kidnapping as well. I find it hard to believe, but I mean, we could be wrong. Oh, heaven forbid, Missy. No fun or laughter will turn you into a Janie. Oh, none of us want to be Janies here. We'll keep laughing. We'll keep laughing. Yes, that's very true. Malaya fought for full custody of Jack and Lily. She obviously wanted them. Yes. Allegedly, in a private phone call conversation with Belinda, Daniel said Janie never heard the children the morning they went missing. Very true. Very, very true. They definitely didn't write a Netflix hit with that script. No, they sure did not. It's hard work, Janie said, keeping everything straight. That was a red flag. Yes. The truth is never hard. The truth is in your experiential memory. That's never hard. What's hard is keeping a lie. That's what's hard. Janie reminds me if they wrote in a character on the Trailer Park Boys that was the estranged mother of Bubbles, who in the end he decides to stay away from because she's too toxic. He's a cousin, once removed. Gotcha. Done ancestry to the family tree, and they showed it. Okay, well, I haven't seen it, but if it was a creator that did that, that's so wrong. Here's what I'll say about that, guys. I really don't believe that it's one thing to know the relation of the people that are talking, right? Like Darren says he's related. And we know Daniel is a stepfather. Janie is his mother. She lived on the property, that kind of stuff, right? But then to go digging into their ancestry, I'm sorry. I just don't think that's okay. Right? I just don't. That's going to real life. And what does it prove? Seriously, what does it prove? I just, does it help us find the kids by going back and, looking? It'd be different if Darren showed us to prove who he is. That'd be totally different. But for somebody else to do that, I just don't agree with that. And Janie said they were looking for about 10 minutes before she came out of the RV. No way would you not go straight out there and ask before screaming missing kids. Yeah, that whole morning, in my opinion, did not happen. Exactly. Statistically low probability of one kidnapping, let alone two. I agree. Meant to say about the pic, would not warn from use and looks like. We understand, Walla. We got it. Yeah, the fact that Justin, he might be the smartest one out of the bunch. Seriously, guys. But it does make you wonder, are they covering for Justin? I mean, I don't know. Yes, Walla, thank you for the pics. Truly, truly, thank you for those. Sleep, doze, drift off, hear things, hear nothing, dog barking, dog quiet. Anyone notice how quiet the dog was when the reporter and cameraman? Not a peep. Why say the dog always barks? Good point. Good point. Although Belinda did say the dog did bark all day when she was there. Guys, did you hear Janie say that Jack was very stubborn? If he did not want to do something, he didn't do it. He just absolutely dug in and didn't do it. Did you guys hear? You know, and here we thought that Lily was the problem child, right? With the screaming, but either way, I well, here's a thought, Lori. If Jack did indeed look like Cody, that could have been a trigger for Daniel. I find Daniel is getting bolder and more snippy. Well, and Janie, boy, now that she's speaking out, whew, you know. Yeah, Janie confirmed that Daniel would yell at Jack. So it is all piecing together, isn't it? Daniel was so ignorant to the women on the live last night that it shows exactly what type of person he is. That's sad. That reminds me of Chris Proudfoot. Oh, wow, Drippy. I'm going fishing at a well-known striped bass fishing spot on the Bay of Fundy that Daniel probably knows about. I'll be looking along the shore and bringing a metal detector with me to find treasure. Oh, gosh. Well, good luck fishing. Oh, I hope you don't find anything from the kids there. That would be so scary. There were signs there. Patty said about bruises. Belinda said Daniel didn't want Malaya visiting. Yep. Which saying Daniel spanked the kids. Yeah, he said it himself, right? Those babies were always being yelled at, and now we know physical abuse. Yeah. Yeah, we can't say the word, Eliza. YouTube doesn't like it. The RCMP did warn Darren about interference or obstruction when he was being coy, not revealing all he knew. That's a good word for him. He's such a putz. I want one. Yeah, they had hours to clean up before they called 911. Easy. Easy. I mean, plenty of time. They used to use waterboarding for these kinds of situations. I know. Thing is, we don't want them to do that because it would be, charges wouldn't stick then, and then that wouldn't be good. What can be done if everyone is telling inconsistent accounts of what happened? The only thing you can hope for is that the person who did this tells the truth. I don't know, and it matches up with what RCMP has. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what could honestly be done. You took your dryer apart and fixed it, and you didn't use duct tape once. Good for you. Duct tape does work really good, guys. It's just ugly. I have an idea for them breaking, but will never happen. Channels and groups should not allow them to see or hear. Yeah, you're right. That'll never happen. Yes, we did talk about the duct tape on the swings. Absolutely. I wouldn't doubt it. I bet Lily did scream when Jack was being hurt. Yeah, that was my first thought, mange. Or flea allergy, yeah. And she said the dog slept in bed with her. Whoa, I would not let that dog in bed with me. Yeah, not a trace of sun bleaching. Not a trace. Staging toys. Yep. Did the children fall off the swings and hurt themselves? Did they get tangled up? Get choked by it? I don't know. Dogs do sense things. They sure do. Yep, that did look like a camera. They obviously did the art up to try and make it look nicer for the press. And Janie's obviously jealous of Belinda, and everyone commented how lovely her yard was. Yes. Yes. Well, yeah. You know, I said yesterday, do I think that Janie is embarrassed? I think so, honestly. But a little bit too little too late, right? Well, Missy, that's the thing. They are worried about how they look now and how people perceive them. Why? Why? We saw that in Sebastian's case. I wouldn't doubt it, you know. Um, and if I were them, I probably would get a camera too, right? You can't get past the pipe in the window. They all should be banned from the internet for a few days. um, I'm trying not to dismiss that, but you know, back when I was young, we put in a mobile home. We put a wood heater in our mobile home, and you do things to improvise, right? So, I mean, I didn't do that in a window, you know, we cut, made it, but I guess I'm not seeing it as being suspicious. If what they're saying is that she gave the trailer to Daniel and Malaya because of the kids, then they had to make it so that she could be warm out there in the RV. And so by putting in a wood stove and putting it in the window, that makes sense to me. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. What would I guess my question is, what is suspicious about it? I want to know what you guys think. What's suspicious about it? Jump as hello. Looks like a missile launcher. And Neuro says it looks like a picture frame with a woman in the picture, but my eyes are not great. I can't see stuff like that. So pool, yeah. I do not believe her at all about the pool. I don't believe that at all. Not to mention that she, in a private conversation, she actually told Belinda, and guys, you can listen to Belinda on this. She told Belinda that the night before she was covering up some potholes. And now all of a sudden on the news, she's saying she was leveling out the driveway to put in a pool. And she never mentioned the pool to Belinda. So, like mother, like son, changing their stories. Can we see the video of the girlfriend and GM in the driveway? Let's see if I've got it. I don't know if it's on this one, but we'll look.
This is where the kids' swings are. This is where they always play.
Janie McKenzie is showing us around her property for the first time since her step-grandchildren disappeared.
All the rumors and accusations about us murdering the kids and burying them on the property, this place has been searched thoroughly.
6-year-old Lily Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan were reported
Right here,
missing from
guys.
this rural Nova Scotia property on May 2nd. Search crews scoured the surrounding woods.
My bedroom is right there.
That morning, Mackenzie was asleep in her RV next to the mobile.
Is that who you're saying is Daniel and his girlfriend right there?
Home where the family was living, including her son Daniel Martel. Then her dog Tucker started barking.
Come on. I heard the kids. After that, I heard nothing. The next thing I heard is I heard Daniel yelling.
RCMP in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Ontario are now involved. The search turned from this.
Try to play that again real quickly.
On May 2nd. Search crews scoured the surrounding woods.
My bedroom is right there.
That morning, Mackenzie was asleep in her RV next to the mobile home where the family was living, including her son Daniel Martin.
They don't show us for very long, do they? An audio dispatch said kids last seen at 8 a.m. Text Belinda says 9:40 a.m. I don't know. So major reno for CBC, probably. Prayer Warrior, I don't think anything on that property is up to code. I'm not far behind you, Wendy. Yeah, I know. Someone took a video of Malaya at Walmart. I just... Is that shed where the swings are? Why no swing in that picture? Hang on. Which picture? Your brain hurts. Uh-oh. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. That's going real life. And it's wrong. I just don't agree with it. Yeah, the swings are wrapped around the top. This right here is the deck off the back. It's what you're seeing on screen now. Yes, you would remember every detail of the night before. If the children really did go missing, I mean, you would not forget. Um, are you talking about this picture? They're there, but they have different things on them. See, they're right there. But it's a different rope or a different chain or something. But they are still there. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I just don't think taking picture, video of somebody. I yeah. I don't think it's right. I agree. Yeah. That's why they were never used. Yes, the morning absolutely was staged. I agree. Hello, Story Squirrel. Welcome in. Yeah. Doesn't look like it was properly set up, only haphazardly for show. I agree. With the duct tape, how could you not notice it? I mean, seriously. Oh, sometimes I just think people don't think, right? For me, what will clinch things as far as my own theory is if it comes out Malaya admits she never heard the kids that morning was saying so only for the benefit of CPS. Yeah. In your opinion. Oh my goodness. You guys making me want to have a cocktail. Cut out. They're so obvious at this point. I truly believe they're awesome at it. Oh, you guys do realize they're almost 2 hours and then we didn't even get to Janie's yet. You guys are such conversational that you just need content, right? Who's not speaking? Justin. Yeah. Well, Justin, not at all. Malaya just once, right? Hello, Andrea. Um, Janie said in a chat that the dog is losing its hair from the stress of all this, and she took it to a vet, and the vet told her that. Okay. Well, dogs can have anxiety. I'll leave it at that. I don't know. I don't know if I believe her, but okay. Yeah, Belinda also said that was not the dog she saw. The dog is probably losing its hair from living with the screaming of Janie and Daniel. Yeah, could be. Oh, I didn't catch that. And could we change a phrasing when referring to taking Jack through the woods? Oh, that's kind of a scary thought. I have 2 neighbors in my apartment complex, and I just noticed when all of them play, there are 4 of them. They all scream high pitched. They're not related. Oh, that would drive me crazy. Yeah. Right. Should have the timeline, but oh my, yeah. And but really, all we got was her narrative. Guys, we don't have a timeline. There is no timeline for this case. I really don't believe there's a timeline yet for this case. Why? Because we don't really know when those kids were taken off the property. They're not in the woods. I don't believe they were ever in the woods. There was no scent picked up in the woods. We don't know when they were taken off the property. If we knew that, then we could start to build a timeline. We don't have a timeline. Yeah, they always leak, right? They always leak. Hello, Angry Rabbit. Seems like everyone has a mysterious 20-minute time frame. Yeah. Well, this old granny is standing on we don't have a timeline. There's no timeline. Because I don't believe any of that happened for that morning. I don't. But that's my opinion, and I could be wrong. Oh, and when she said, what was it she said? You could just hear the venom in her voice. When she was mocking Lily, Jackie, let's go. Let's go, Jackie. Jackie, let's go. Something like that, whatever it was. She, yeah, I just felt venom in that. That's what I always listen to, she said. Oh, that just got to me. Hello, Lucid Dreams. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hi, I'm new to the channel, but I've been following the case from the start. I think they cleaned up the property because of CPS and Daniel's other kids being able to be there. Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard. Janie said that she hasn't been able to see her other grandchildren, and they are now in Halifax. Daniel's other kids, as far as I'm aware. So I don't know. Bewitched and Daniel just show they've no respect to women, and as for Janie, well, probably the men are probably scared of her. Could be. You know, I don't remember who else said that, but guys, if you're from Nova Scotia or from Canada at all, please, please don't think that the rest of us in the world relate these people onto you, because we don't. I certainly do not. And I'm sure the rest of us that live elsewhere do not think that either. We understand that there are people everywhere that behave like these kind of people. Heck, all you got to do is look at Hendersonville, Tennessee. Who's bewitched? Um, this trying to find him. So this is he started out being Derwood O'Grady, real name Darren Geddes. Darren and Durwood reminded me of the show Bewitched. That's why we call him Bewitched, because Endora used to call Darren Samantha's husband Durwood. The fact that he picked Durwood for his anonymous name just kind of hit me. So that's why we call him Bewitched. I told Darren off on Facebook how I know he was on 2 hours ago. He hasn't responded, so maybe he was arrested. Guys, I'd be surprised if there are any arrests yet, but not kicking that tape, but Gorilla Tape is better. Guys, yeah, Gorilla Tape, duct tape, I don't care. It is good. It holds stuff together, no doubt, but it is so ugly. I mean, yeah, they would all be considered as hostile witnesses because of the changes in their statements. Definitely. Janie has already changed her statements. So, yeah, how can we trust anything, right? No, I haven't heard that one yet. We keep trying to get through these, like tonight. That's what I was going to show, but we're already running into 2 hours here, so I'm not going to do that. But we may get to it tomorrow night. I hope you're joking, Story Squirrel. Brenda Joe, they use duct tape on outside of airplanes. That's scary too. Did they have duct tape on our airplane when we went to Vegas, Brenda? If they did, I would not have gotten on that plane. Oh my gosh. I think they all had mange. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yep, I agree. Those swings were never used. Yeah, and Daniel said they took their boots. Not they had their boots on, or they put their boots on before they left. No, they took their boots. Missy. Never grow up to be a Janie. It brings so much mystery, not a great history. Durwood looks like Sparky from the Bugaloos. Oh, Lori. She had a lot of hair though. Looked like it was thick. So Lucid thinks somebody red rummed them and the family's covering it up. I mean, that's always a possibility, but I really think something accidental happened with those kids. And they covered it up. And by covering it up, I think they took them to the ocean so they'd never be found, in my opinion. Oh, I'm so glad, Andrea. Well, welcome in. We're happy to have you. We like to laugh because it's a dark topic. Missing children is horrible. And if we didn't laugh, we'd be crying. So they all need a timeout. They need to tell the truth. Maybe they need their mouth washed out with soap. Something. Maybe that's why she's scratching, because she said that the dog slept with her. Yeah, trying to gain public support before Daniel's arrested. Yeah, I yeah, he does have some followers, no doubt. I've seen them. Had to block them, a few of them, because they couldn't be nice in here. You know, I don't care if somebody wants to come in here and be a Daniel supporter or Malaya supporter or whatever. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I just want everybody to be respectful and be kind to one another. That's all I ask. And to me, right? So when they're not, they get banned. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Nope, she didn't hear them kids that morning. They weren't out there that morning. They were already gone, in my opinion. Something happened. They took them away in the middle of the night after whatever happened, in my opinion. That's what I think. Yeah, I wouldn't even think trailers are, but yet they're there. Because I mean, I had a trailer in north central Wisconsin back when I was young. In my early 20s, the winters, I mean, that's why I put a wood stove in there. Um, cold, cold. So I can't imagine being in Canada in a trailer or an RV, honestly. And I can't imagine what the heat bill would be in a trailer in Canada. One thing that stood out to me is the RCMP said they are in process of getting authorization to seize electronic devices to search for evidence. They're onto something. Yes. And it just said, material and devices. So in my opinion, I think they're getting warrants for social media as well. Daniel and his 2 sweaters. No way. T-shirts missing and taken. Yeah, taken by Malaya, right? Whatever. That kind of, I don't know. Were the kids wrapped in those T-shirts? Yes, I agree with you. When we showed her interview last night, real fear, in my opinion, in her face. She is terrified of that. She's terrified her son's going to go to prison for the rest of his life. But the bad thing is, here's the thing. If she's helping to cover it up, she's going to go to prison too. And so is the man on the screen. I agree with you. Yeah. Something about that spot, isn't there, Lily? Something about the spot. Good point. Very good point. It's a different horizontal pipe than the one in the other video. Yeah. Yeah. I would think it was be definitely a fire hazard. I don't think that it's properly installed for sure. Not up to code, right? When we put ours in our trailer, we had to have it inspected to make sure that everything was done properly, because we wouldn't have been insured. I agree. Yeah. No way a pool was going next to her home. Or on gravel driveway. Oh, they're probably putting in a new pipe. You know, you have to change those out every so often, from the wood stove. Right, trees? Exactly. Why would you put a pool in the driveway? There's a yard with grass. Exactly. Yeah. I think she was covering up something. Was it ATV tracks? What was it? He's been at like 4 to 6 different channels. I know. Yeah, mine too. And mainly, he's my number one suspect because of his lies, right? Well, it backfired on her. I mean, none of us believe it, right? Nobody believes it. I've not talked to one person that believes she was putting in a swimming pool in May when it was cold outside. I know this sounds bad, but it's common practice to put adult jerseys on kids and use the sleeves to secure them to the ATV. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Yeah, he left as soon as they brought up the bruising on Jack. Maybe, but I don't think she was going to put one in. I really don't believe that. Hey, what Wisconsinite thinks of a pool 1st of May? None. You call Bo, yeah, Bo Poopy. Oh my gosh. He is screaming, "Look at me," by pointing everywhere else. Yeah. I mean, he came out, you know, giving Malay a heck. Oh, but then really quickly said, "Oh, no, don't do that because her mental health is gonna reflect on our baby." Oh my gosh. That really angered me when he said that. Good to see you too, Angry Rabbit. Exactly. I actually showed that, we watched the first video. I don't know if I have that picture, I don't think I do. With the to me, it looked like a big scratch under his eye, and how it was kinda how when they heal up, even though they're kinda bloody, there's a big blood scar there, right? And then his recent video, you can't even see it, so that was a big lie. Yeah, it looked really fresh that first day. Yeah, I don't know. Who believes Daniel didn't oil up that sliding door? He probably did, but it still was loud enough, in my opinion. I was expecting Janie's interview to give me doubts, but oh boy, it was so much worse than I imagined, right? It really was. In the ditch, hello. I heard Justin had a pit bull. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. You know, yeah, it's all about them and how others think of them. That's why they're coming out about it. Who built that deck? I think it's made out of pallets. That's what I think. Good point, Ginger. Nothing these people have shared has helped us find these beautiful children. I agree with you 100%. 100%. All right, we're in 2 hours, so I forgot to share my spotlight on the missing. We have Kenya Marisol Garcia Martinez. That's a mouthful. Wow, poor little girl. Missing since July 17th. Just 2 days, guys. Last seen in Prince William County, Virginia, 16 years old. Kenya's hair is brown with red highlights. Her left eyebrow is pierced, and her right ear has an industrial piercing. What is an industrial piercing? I've never heard of that before. Okay, let's not forget about Jonathan Huang, 21-year-old autistic male, believed to be last sighting Kirkland, Washington. He is high functioning, does respond to his name. However, he presents himself as a 10-year-old. Mostly his social interaction has been basically with his family. So he needs to be home. His family's very worried. If anybody sees him, knows anything, call 911 right away. Let's not forget our buddy, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, $5,000 reward, missing, last seen in Hendersonville, Tennessee, February 25th, 2024. It's been over a year now, guys. He needs to come home to his daddy. He really does. Travis Decker is still out there. We don't know if he's alive or if he's dead. He's wanted for 3 counts of first-degree red rum and first-degree kidnapping for taking the lives of his 3 beautiful children seen there with their mother, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. He is considered to be armed and dangerous. If you do see him, do not approach. Just call 911 right away. And then we have our grannyism for today. How many crimes have been committed for no other reason than that the perpetrator could not bear being in the wrong? So true, right? They don't want to be caught. They don't want to be in the wrong, right? Don't want to be in the wrong. They're all playing games. Yes, kids don't just poof, right? That's right. They didn't just go poof. They didn't at all. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. Please, please hit the like button on your way out. It does help the channel. And we will see you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we will get to Janie's interviews. But you guys have a great night. I appreciate each and every one of you so, so much. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at granniescrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.